Hi guys, here we are at Paynesville, Booker T from Weflickfishing. We've decided to come out for a weekend away. It's been a long time. We went up to Lake Tyers and we started there. We went from there to Tambo, went from there to Mitchell, and so far we've ended up with about 3 bream all up. It's been real tough and real frustrating, given we haven't been out for a long time. We've pulled into the main stretch of Paynesville and we've found ourselves a school of fish, and we're hoping that they're going to go for us. So we'll get the rods out and chuck one of the go-to lures, which is a duo Bivi, and we'll see if we can get them, and yeah, hopefully they feed for us, because it's been tough everywhere else, so haven't got much of an option. All right, let's get into it. Alright guys, as you can see, depth sounder, found what we're looking for. Lots of bream, all hard up on the bottom. You can see them on the side imaging, they're all facing to the left and to the right. They seem to be spread out pretty good. Looks like something you'd find when fish are feeding. Yeah, let's chuck them, chuck some lures and see what happens. Today the lure of choice is the duo Bivi. Very good lure in the winter time, one of my favourites. I sort of went from vibes to these when I discovered them. Great lure. See if they do the damage today. Today you might also notice I'm with our good friend here, Chris Villani, which just happened to have bought his boat and test driven it for the first time this weekend. Unfortunately we can't have him saying too much because we don't have a microphone for him because it's stuffed up, as everything does when you're trying to do shit like this. These fish we've sounded up are sitting at about 4 metres. The wind's up a bit, so we have to work with it because there's a bit of flow and a bit of wind, so we've found it a bit easier to be able to set ourselves up for a drift working with the wind today. And what we're doing with these lures is letting them hit the deck and just doing a light raise. It's exactly the same as how you would work vibes. Just do very small hops. And hopefully on the pause, the fish takes it, we can hook on, hopefully. Bang. Oh, whack, and we're on. Fish hit it, it just mouthed it. You're not even feeling the hit. It's typical vibe style fishing. Letting it hit the deck and go on and do the raise, and he just sucks them in. Oh, no. The fish caught on me onesie. Only a small bream, but there's got to be some big ones down there, you'd think. There he is. Not a legal fish, it's only a fairly small fish. Definitely not the size we're after, but it's a good start because it's been very tough this weekend. Whack! Fish on! I'm not happy. Bang. There he is. Another small fish, but good to see him going. Oh, we done it so tough this weekend away. It all started Friday, rode my ass back from work, packed the boat up, came down here, been fishing local waterways, smacking bream, thought yeah, we'll come up to Gippy Lakes and we'll smack some real bream. We got up here and in 2 days we smacked 3 fish before we come here. This is like the most fish I've pulled this whole weekend so far. It's been about 5 minutes of fishing. Let's see if we can get 2 for 2. Well, this weekend just keeps getting better and better. We've found our school of fish, we've just started fishing, pulling a few fish out, and our battery to the boat is starting to die. We've got minimal power left, down to the point where we can't use the electric motor because it's draining the motor for the motor. We're going to have to just work with the wind and do a drift down, and hopefully we can get onto some. Gee, it never works out. These weekends, something always goes wrong, but that's what happens, I guess, is fishing. And we'll just move on and do the drift, and hopefully it works with us. Hopefully something works. Alright, now because of the Minn Kota guys, we have to start from upstream and work our way down, working with the wind, which I find really hard because it's hard to make contact with the lure and the fish aren't hitting very hard, so you're relying on feeling them and striking on them. But it can be done. Hopefully we can show you. It's on! There you go, can be done. It's a double hookup. Wow, he's tiny. There we go. Very hard to detect the hits because they're just picking them up and we're drifting so quick. You've got to be in contact with your slack, otherwise you just cannot feel them. There it is, bream, Gippy Lake style. Unfortunately, it's not really Gippy Lake style, but it is a bream. It's what we have come here for. Catch and release, it's what we do, what we love. See you later, buddy. Alright guys, we've just finished up a drift and I'm about to do a lure change. So I've got my range of bibbies out here, which have been working really well today. These are just some of them. There is a lot bigger of a range of colours than what I've got just here, but these are the only ones we've got with us today. Choice of colour. Well, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. I think it depends on what's going on the day. Today we've got overcast, the water's a little bit clear, so I lean more towards translucent colours, such as this bad boy here. Otherwise, what looks natural in the water? And for me, brimming colours, I think you'd go greens, browns, oranges, blues, any mixture of them sort of colours seems to work pretty well for me. Other colours do work, but that's what the sort of colours that seem to work for me. With these bivvies, the way they work when you put them in the water, you're letting them sink, and exactly like a vibe lure, they'll hit the deck, and then as you're pulling them up, they'll vibe, so the lure will just shake on its way up, and then sink back down. They've got a real nice slow sink. When the fish take them, it's usually when it hits the deck, the fish will come up and do the tap, and then as you go do your raise, you'll get your hook on. We're set up for another patch of fish. Just whacked some scent on because this wind's picking up way harder, and it's real hard to detect these hits. So I put some scent on just to hope they hang on for a bit longer so that I can pick up the fish a bit easier. Alright, it's all good and fine coming to these sort of places and catching these bream. There's a lot of bream here, it's great fun. We do it nearly every weekend, though we haven't done it for a while. But coming to these places, catch and release is such an important thing. You know, you are entitled to your bag limit. A lot of people say bag limits are there for sustainable fishing and all that sort of thing, but it's funny how bag limits are continually dropping during the days and as the years go on, and it's because it is having an effect on the waterways. So respect the waterways, catch and release, or Santa won't bring you any presents. Nah. All right, we're on our last run for the afternoon. It's starting to get to that time of the night, or time of the day, where we have to start packing up and think about heading home. So we've pulled over another patch of fish and we'll do a last drift through and see if we can get some more and show you a good one, hopefully. So they've been pretty small, but you get it, it's fishing. Wow. And we're on another small fish. Another tugger. It's still good fun though. You can't get the big ones all the time. It does make you really appreciate breaming when you get really good sized fish. You really do appreciate them when you go through the tough yards of searching through small fish like these, or having sessions like we had at the start of the weekend where we only got a couple of fish. So it is a good thing. And you always learn something new every time you come out, which is good. Alright, it's come to that time of the day where we have to wrap it up. The wind's picked up and I think it's time to head home. Would love to stay and tell you all the important stuff, like how many holes are in a crumpet and Chris's jock size, but it's time to go home. We've got to do it. It's time to go. We've had enough. Caught heaps of bream. The duo Bivis, if you want to be able to buy them, we've got them online store at Weflickfishing. That's where you'll find them. Got all the ranges and colours and sizes and all the gizmos and gadgets and the rest of the stuff that comes with it. Till next time. We'll see you later, and yeah, that's about it.